Hi, and welcome back to One Way Football. It's been a long time since we've done this because of certain reasons. I've been going back to work. I know a lot of people are getting back into normal lives and getting back to their routines. And that to me, means a lot to me as well, because, getting back to normal life and a normal routine, like I said, it's better, isn't it, for everyone? Don't you think? And I'm here with Johnny. Spurs supporter, the number one Spurs supporter on this show.
Yeah.
How you doing, mate? You okay?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. It's been a long time. It's nice to be back with you.
Yes. Yeah. I think the last time you was on was the anniversary.
It was, yeah. And I think we've had two managers since then. So it's been a long time.
Was Mourinho there when?
I think he was.
Was he?
I think he was.
And my God.
When was the anniversary?
It was in end of August. It was end of August. Yes, it was.
Oh, we just had Nuno then. So yeah.
Yeah.
Effectively, we've had nearly two managers. Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, I know.
What's your thoughts on on Conte at the moment, though? Like, what do you think this is going to be a progression for Tottenham?
Yeah, I mean, let's be honest. He was the number one choice prior to Nuno. He's come out and said, look, he wasn't ready to come back into football. It's unfortunately for Tottenham, for us, this 4 months has been hell, really, under Nuno. We had a good start, then we leaked goals. We lost to you. We lost to United.
Because the start of the season, you had such a great start. I mean, the first three games, you're laughing.
Yeah.
I think if after that second game against Wolves, I think if anyone had said to you that you would have been 9th or 10th by November, you'd have probably laughed at them, because you were looking quite stable. There wasn't any.
Yeah, we weren't setting the world alight with our performances. I mean, we're winning 1-0. We weren't looking great. We got a bit lucky. Although the best performance was Man City, which was the first home game. But other than that, we got a bit lucky. Then the cracks started to show, and he couldn't stay in that job much longer, Nuno, to be honest. I mean, some of his decisions against Man United was woeful, absolutely woeful.
Yeah.
But with Conte now, there's a man there who, if anybody's not going to be performing, he's the one to spot that and get them out. People like Dele Alli and Dombele, Giovanni Lo Celso, who I want to talk about separately because he's just doing my head in right now. These kind of fringe players, Winks is another one. All these players have now got an opportunity to shine. And if they don't, they're out. But he's got to spend in January. But no, as Tottenham fans, I don't think you'll see many Tottenham fans upset with this appointment. It's the one we wanted, and we've got him.
I think any team now, like Man United, Arsenal back then, Tottenham. Yeah. There's probably a couple of lower teams as well. If they'd said that Conte was on that bit of paper ready to sign, you'd have been laughing. You'd have been like, "I'll take it straight away."
Yeah, and we wanted him in the summer. The merry-go-round we had after Mourinho left, I mean, it was a joke, really. I don't know how many managers we went through.
Well, he's past it now, isn't he? He's got. I mean, he's doing good at Roma, but that's He's past it. He's past it.
Well, if you look at his last results at Roma, he's not won any games. It's exactly the same as it was when he was at Tottenham.
This is a totally different league.
Differently, but he blames everybody else for it.
Yeah.
But he just blames everybody else, and he needs to look at himself because he's a dinosaur.
Yeah.
But that's history now. It's gone, and it's going to take time. What I'm a bit annoyed about is that we've wasted 4 months of a season. Not 4 months, but I mean from when we've got Nuno in for those 4 months.
Yeah.
Wasted, because now we're sort of in that place of, well, we're not really. I mean, you've gone above us.
It's a bit of a shaky start. I mean, I think now, because you've got your next games coming up, you've got you haven't got a bad run, to be fair.
It's a good run. I can tell you how many points. If you read them out, I'll tell you the points we get out.
So you've got Burnley, Brentford, Norwich, Brighton, Leicester. Your next 5 games.
Leeds? Is there not Leeds? Is not the next one, isn't it? I think 21st.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. You've got Leeds before Burnley. Yeah.
So Leeds is at home. I tip Leeds to go down. I think they're awful. And out of the 5 managers that have been sacked since the start of the season, he's still there, Bielsa. I'm baffled by it.
Well, he's God to them, isn't he? I mean, that's.
But I've said to you on this chat many times, about Bielsa that he's not good enough. The way they play is not good enough. They're going to struggle. And I've said it, and I've got it right. They're going to go down unless they change it. They change their manager. So I think we'll beat Leeds. Burnley. I like Sean Dyche. I think he's got them playing well, but you suspect us to get 3 points there. Norwich, 3 points. Who's the other ones?
Then you got Brighton.
Tricky.
That is a tricky game, to be fair. I mean,
yeah, Brentford's
Brighton,
tricky.
Yeah.
And then Liverpool. I think we've got Liverpool at the end of that, haven't we? The end of that run.
You got Leicester after Brighton.
Well, these are all winnable games. You're right. They are winnable games. And
on paper,
of course, you don't play football on paper, do you? So no. I think they're winnable games, but he'll know what he wants. He's gonna need time because this is not his team. So he'll sit there come New Year and go, do you know what? He's no good. He's no good. He's no good. This is what I want.
I thought about this the other day, and I was going, when you like, because obviously, people don't know, Johnny used to live in the Canary Islands with me, right? Not with me. He didn't live in my house. No. He used to live in the Canary Islands on Gran Canaria, and that I looked back. That was your last year here. Was it 2016?
Where?
In
Puerto Rico?
Yeah. When you were staying down there, was it in 2016 you were there?
No, 2019.
Oh, so was that? Yeah. But when I look so far back, right, when you were working in Puerto Rico, right, and you like, and a friend of mine that who lives in Ireland now, I was looking back at that, and that was 2016, 2015. Now Spurs have had the same base team for now 6 years.
Agree.
Without any kind of change, really. No big change, apart from Bale coming back, which was...
Kane and Son have been there.
Yeah.
A long
Dele
time.
Alli.
Lucas Moura.
Yeah.
Then you've got Eric Dyer being at the back. Davison Sanchez, nearly 5 years
Lloris.
Now. Who?
Your goalkeeper, is it Lloris?
Oh, Lloris. Oh, yeah,
Lloris,
of course. He's been there 9 years. Yeah, Hugo Lloris, captain.
Yeah.
Look at the midfield. The only real change since 2016 is Højbjerg.
Yeah.
Winks is still there.
Yeah.
And Lo Celso is coming. And the other one.
Do you get what I mean? For them,
you're right.
There's not been no kind of it just seems to see the same flat team. You have your Spurs going up, and then you go,
yeah.
And it happens all the time.
Is the same.
Yeah. And it's gotten that bad, I think, now. Because we always talk about how bad it is for Spurs and stuff like that. As an Arsenal supporter, I'm starting to feel for you, because I'm even like, it's a long time without anything, but you've had such a good team there, and it's just like, but why?
The Champions League final prior to that, we weren't playing very well. The run to the final was amazing, but we got a lot of luck. The Man City quarterfinal, the VAR goal, Lucas Moura hat trick in Amsterdam. We got lucky. But prior to the final, there was cracks. Pochettino said prior to the final, look, we need to invest, and it never happened. Got rid of Pochettino after a bad start, and then Mourinho, Nuno, and now hopefully Conte. There's a lot of teams out there now that will probably go, do you know what? That's a good signing by Tottenham getting Conte in.
Yeah,
they must be
100%.
They must be wary a little bit, and it's going to take time. But I love the passion of him.
Yeah, the passion's brilliant. But are you just going to still, in the back of your head, is Levy just going to be like, oh, you've got nothing? I can't give you anything to work with.
Levy's on borrowed time. I tell you what's happened. So I don't know if you saw it, but the Man United game so I'll tell you how this is stemmed. So Levy for the last few years has, they've had people outside protesting that want Levy out, because he's invested in the club, but he's not invested in the team, and we're languishing, right? So when Nuno makes that sub, takes off Moura for Bergwijn, there's uproar. It's the first time in a long, long time at Tottenham where we've have had our voices heard.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're doing to the manager. We want Nuno out. And that's when Daniel Levy's gone, do you know what? This can't carry on. Quickly fired him, got the man they wanted. So he's sort of gone now, Levy, do you know what? I've got the man that we want. The fans are going to be off my back. They're not going to be off his back until investment is made. It's all right having a nice, shiny new stadium, and it is a great stadium, and it's it's great.
Yeah.
But when you've got a bunch of squatters in there who don't know how to play football, it's a joke. So he needs now. He's on his last legs as well now, Levy. He needs to get this right. Conte says, I want this player and that player. It's going to cost 120 million. You give him that money. He's got the money there. Pay the money. Man City pay it. Man United pay it. Even Arsenal pay it. Why can't we pay it? We're Tottenham.
Yeah.
We're not a relegation team. We're part of the big six of this European thing, aren't we? So
yeah.
We should be there.
Yeah.
So he's on. Daniel Levy now also knows he's on his last legs. And we go from there. But this signing, I mean, just to have him in there alone can't be any worse than we had
when
2 weeks ago.
Your last game in the press conference league.
The press conference like that,
yeah. The press conference league.
the Vitesse Arnhem, the 3-2 game,
Who did you play? Vetes or
Vitesse Arnhem of Holland.
Vitesse Arnhem, yeah, right. So that game, I watched that game.
Yeah.
3 red cards, man. I'm like,
well,
what?
Yeah. To be honest with you, I didn't think any 3 were reds.
The goalkeeper coming out, he was stupid. He had all that space. He didn't have to come out
like that.
He didn't have to come out that far either.
Yeah, but
and I was talking to some Tottenham supporters that were like watching the game, and even they said that's stupid. What's he even doing that? Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, but he's not as that. Yeah, I thought it was a bit harsh, to be honest. I thought he's hit his arm, but he's gone like that, and he's not.
But he was going like that, weren't he? He was going like that. But it did hit his arm.
It was there. But I mean, no, but it's a bit of a time. Another red card yesterday at Everton. To be quite honest with you, I mean, go on.
When you see in the Conference League, when you seen that game, and it did still look a bit shaky, didn't it? Oh, okay. So Conte's first game, he's still getting used to players and stuff, but they shouldn't be doing that. You should be winning them games like 3-4-0.
Well, we're 3-0 up, and this is won't be. And I say this to everybody: Tottenham never win a game easily. We never win 2-0, 3-0 anymore. It doesn't happen.
No.
So he's got this 2 weeks break now. He's got the window. He's got this international break where he can hopefully now, look at some videos, look at the training, and see who's doing what. But he'll bring his own players in for sure, 100%.
Yeah.
Funny enough, there's ironically there's 2 players that we've been linked with. One is it Lautaro Martinez of Inter Milan?
Yeah.
And
we was linked up with him as well.
Yeah. And Kessie of AC Milan.
Yeah, that Martinez, I think he'll be
Martinez,
a quality.
that's it.
Yeah.
It's funny enough because it was Inter Milan versus AC Milan last night.
Yeah.
Derby finished 1-1. And the 2 players we were linked with, so Martinez misses a penalty and Kessie gave away the penalty. And I'm thinking to myself, oh my God.
Here we go again.
Here we go again with calamity. So he missed the penalty, gave the penalty away, Kessie, and Martinez missed it. It finished 1-0 in the end. But but he knows who he wants. He knows the Italian football. We've got this Paratici as well.
Have you seen the light now that Kane's had his time there? I think, and he's going to be on his way out, unless Conte changes his mind, which he could possibly do anyway, because a new manager in the club, a new feeling.
There's only one person that can change Harry Kane's attitude, and that's Harry Kane.
Yeah.
Now, if he wants to play for this club and wants to stay and get that goal record, he needs to knuckle down. And he start playing. He come out with a statement, it's great, got a new manager, blah, 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 blah. Just stay. If you're going to stay. If you're not putting the weight in, then sell him.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, with anything in life, you support your team. You support your team at the end of the day, no matter whether you're up or down.
Yeah.
You support them. But Kane needs to buckle up. With a few others as well, not just him.
Yeah.
Not just him. There's quite a few there. I mean,
I say you can't keep relying on Son. Son is just phenomenal. I love Son to bits. I mean, he gets into any team in my eyes. He's a backbone of Spurs. He is. I'd say he is at the moment.
He might not get in the Everton team after that abuse of him yesterday. I don't know if you saw it, but I mean, it was an absolute disgrace.
Well, I didn't.
So obviously, he made that tackle on Gomez a couple of years back, broke his leg.
Yeah.
They've never forgotten that. It was an accident.
Yeah. Oh, he got a red, didn't he?
got a red card
He
for
got
it.
it
And
because
he,
it was in the documentary. You see him
well,
walking, he was like, "Oh, red, red." Like,
he didn't mean it.
right.
But anyway, things happen in football. And yesterday, this I can't remember the guy. He's their right back, I think. Not. I forget his name. Anyway, goes in on him, puts his studs on him. Seamus Coleman all over him, and nothing gets done about it. Just the barrage of abuse he gets at Everton is a joke, to be honest.
We
and
were
they
saying
need to.
this. We were saying this because after the Liverpool game, and there doesn't seem to be any consistency now in the officials.
No, and VAR, they're there. I mean, it does help, and especially if it goes for you. Goal goes in.
Yeah.
And you're like, but some of the decisions, they're not even getting. I mean, there was one yesterday in the West Ham Liverpool game.
Yeah, no, he had both his studs up.
Yeah. Now that to me, they've looked at it and they've just said it's not clear and obvious error. Well, it's a red card.
Yeah,
you can't. It's a red card. It was Cresswell. That's it.
That's
Cresswell
right.
on Henderson. It's a red card.
It's a red card. Yeah. And then there was like someone tugging of a shirt, and it was yellow.
That's what I'm saying. So it's a red card.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure what VAR is sitting there going. Oh, I'm not sure. It's a red card. You can't, whether he meant it or not.
That's what I'm saying. There's no consistency anymore, is there? With the
VAR really. I mean, VAR now. I think from when it started, it's a lot better because it was like really bad, wasn't it? I think now it's a lot better.
They've calmed down on it. So it used to be every 2 seconds there was something happening, and they were just getting their feel for it, I think.
Yeah, it's a bit downheartening. The only thing against it, I would say, is when you score a goal, you're not sure whether to celebrate or not.
Because,
and what I do like is when they put the flag up late. I love that, and people complain about it. I think it's great because, let's say
you get to see the player the ball first. Yeah.
Smith Rowe goes through on goal, right? He's 1-on-1 with the keeper, right?
It's kind of like you get to see the future kind of thing. It's like
if he puts his flag up straight away, right?
You don't get to see how it would have ended.
This way will stop.
Yeah.
So he goes through on goal, puts the ball in the back of the net, then the flag goes up.
Yeah.
The linesman, if he's wrong, the goal's given.
Yeah.
But if you put your flag up straight away, you'll never know.
And if it is offside, you kind of get a chance to see how it would have went.
Well, yeah, but it's the correct outcome.
Yeah, it's the correct outcome.
If you're putting your flag up straight away, there's no point. So I quite like that. I quite like that rule. I think that's got a lot of people moan about it. I don't know why they moan about it, but I think it helps the game.
Yeah, it does. You get more.
They say play to the whistle,
but they have to They have to do that as well. I think now that VAR is in thingy. Do you know what I mean? Because you'd just be stopping all the time. You would literally flag up, VAR, flag up, VAR. Do you know what I mean? Like
how many times before VAR when the linesman put his flag up and then they show a replay and he's like 4 yards onside? You're fuming.
Yeah.
At least now, let the game play on, let him score his goal, and then decide after that. It's no hardship for a few seconds. I think that's a great. I love that. I think that's really good.
Yeah, he's good.
Some people disagree with me, but I think it's the way forward, definitely.
Yeah.
But,
So, any big changes that you'd like to see, like in Tottenham with Conte now? Would you like maybe a different formation or?
No, I think formation's fine. There's things that niggle at me at Tottenham. Players like Giovanni Lo Celso, 94th minute of the game, ball goes out for a corner. Takes him 30 seconds to put the ball in the D. Goes and takes it, and literally a 5-year-old would have kicked it better. Didn't even get off the ground. This is the last kick of the game. It's 0-0. That for me is somebody who's doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Doesn't care.
Yeah.
That's there's a lot of dead. Højbjerg, what's the pointless? Gets the ball, goes backwards, goes sideways, goes backwards. Doesn't penetrate, doesn't do anything. So what I like to see now is the deadwood out, the crap.
Yeah.
And for him to make his mark. If I tell you now, if come May, I would be very happy with top 6.
Yeah.
Let's be realistic.
I would be as well, to be fair.
We'll come to Arsenal in a minute because there's quite a bit I want to talk about on Arsenal, to be fair. But League Cup, I'll take a League Cup or an FA Cup. I'll take a trophy and the 6th place. Get back into Europe, then he can build again.
That's That's exactly the same thought as I've got at the moment. Do you know what I mean?
Now, Arsenal, 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 your goal difference was -9 at one point, wasn't it?
Oh, God. Yeah, no points. But it's, yeah.
You look a different side. Again, you're beating sides, but you're not beating them clinically, but
No.
you're winning.
No. I mean,
it's not the Arsenal of old, is it?
I had this with Nick, the Leeds supporter. And he said, "Yeah, okay, James, you're doing well, but look at the teams." I went, "We lost to Brentford. I mean, at Arsenal at the moment, I couldn't care less if it was Colchester United or, do you know what I mean, Luton Town. We're beating teams. I don't give a shit. I really don't. You know, it's
and you got to get the results in, and you know, I think you'll be all right. I still think
in this league at the moment, is there an easy game apart from Norwich?
There never has been. There's not been an easy game in the Premier League for 20 years.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's the hardest league anyway.
Of course it is. La Liga. You know, Real Madrid turn up and go to, I don't know, Cadiz, and they're going to win 4-5. You know, it's the same. Here it doesn't happen in the Premier League, and you're right. I think what I will say, and I'll be honest with you, you can note this down. I still think Tottenham will finish above you.
Yeah,
I really do. I just think with Conte there now. If we had Nuno, I wouldn't say that. I think with Conte, I think he might just get us a run of games.
Nuno
the one we've
knows nothing. Nuno, no.
I think he's a bit unlucky to be. He's a bit unlucky, to be fair, because first of all, he wasn't the first choice, was he? We didn't want him.
No, but 4 months. It was a quick time, wasn't it? I mean,
oh yeah, but then you look at the way we were playing, James. It was dreadful.
Yeah.
Apart from the City game, the first game of the season, Wolves should put 10 past us. We got lucky. Dele Alli penalty. We went to Palace, got battered by Palace. It's embarrassing. We went to.
You must have a right grudge against fucking Vieira now.
You know what? I'll be honest with you. You got to give the man a bit of credit. You know, as a Tottenham fan, he's an Arsenal legend, and we don't like him. But as a manager, what he's doing for that team is incredible.
He's turned it around, and he has.
Yeah, and he looked. You know my thing about looking the part as a manager. You know my thing about that, didn't you? You know, I don't like people. You know, 60-year-old men like Roy Hodgson in a tracksuit. Klopp, he looks the part.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
Conte looks the part. Arteta.
You know the with Crystal Palace quickly. They need to get rid of Zaha. I think he's just he's got such a big head on him. He thinks he's better than like the club itself. I just think he needs to go from that club.
He's the kind of guy. He's the kind of guy who will start on you in a nightclub.
Yeah,
for just barging him. That's the kind of guy he is.
Yeah,
and I don't know. He's always had that attitude on him.
Yeah,
and he's not. I don't think he was the player he was. No. I don't think he's as good as he was 2 or 3 years ago. Gallagher's a better player for me.
Yes,
Conor Gallagher.
Yeah.
He's a much better player.
Yeah.
But he'll get. Palace will be all right. Palace have got good support. To be fair. They'll be fine. But no, he's done a good job, Dave. You know, and
would you have taken Vieira if you had the chance? Huh?
No.
Over Nuno. Never. What about over Nuno though?
Come on, no. Won't take any Arsenal ex-Arsenal players. Thank you. Okay, how good they are. Yeah, no, won't have him. But we had Jules Graham, didn't we?
Yeah.
Years ago, and that didn't go down too well, did it? So, although he won us a trophy,
he did, yeah. Give him
99,
credit.
Yeah, so.
Give him credit where it's due. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, and we've only won one since after that. So you know he's done a good job. To be fair. But, yeah. No, there's no way. No, like, I wouldn't have. No, definitely not. No. You'd probably be next Arsenal manager, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I mean, I could. In theory, it could be an all North London derby for the Carabao Cup.
Yeah. What a last state that is.
Yeah.
Look, we've got West Ham at home, and you've got. Who you got in your quarters?
Oh, we've got
Sunderland.
Sunderland, yeah.
Yeah, you got the you got the easy one. I think.
Do you know what? I really wanted Sunderland. Do you know what? I wanted to get used. To be fair, I was like, you know what? They're a good time to play him actually. If we get used, if you were still with Nuno. Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh, yeah, that'd have been brilliant. But now it's a bit shaky with that scenario. Did you hear Sunderland's manager? What he came out with?
Oh yeah.
I would like to have Tottenham or Arsenal because they don't look good and they're not as big as they actually are. He
said he wait for the big teams in the next round.
Yeah. So I was like, when we got them, I was like, I was loving life. I was loving it.
You'll smash it. Yeah, listen, you'll smash them anyway. They're very, very poor,
Yeah.
Sunderland.
But why would you come out with a remark like that? I mean, it's you're just asking for a battering, aren't you?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I think he meant it tongue in cheek, but he didn't deliver it very well, did he?
No, he didn't. I mean, there's setting a flare off, but like he set the whole box of fireworks off.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I think in that cup it will be maybe a North London derby. West Ham,
Well,
they probably West Ham. It depends who gets West Ham because they're looking good anyway.
Well, you've got Chelsea, Liverpool in there as well.
Oh yeah. Are they've got each other, no? Oh no, no, it's Brentford. Chelsea got Brentford.
Yeah, Liverpool got Manchester.
No, both of them are out.
Both out.
West Ham.
No, Tottenham got West Ham. Tottenham, West Ham,
Who was
Arsenal,
it then?
Sunderland, Chelsea, Brentford, and the other one was Liverpool against
Like Norwich or something, is it? Or...
No. Who's
what
the other
day's it
team?
on? 26, no? 26.
It's a
26.
week, 22nd of December.
Yeah. Let's have a look quickly. Here we go.
Man City are out, Man United.
Oh, no,
yeah, week commencing.
Yeah. So I'm just getting down there now. Yeah, because like you say, it all depends on them teams, isn't it? I mean, you with West Ham, maybe that is a bit of a that's a dodgy one. I couldn't pick if someone was to tell me to pick a team out of them two. I don't think that. I think that'd be close. Could go to penalties. That
EFL Cup. Let's have a look. December. Here we go. Oh, Liverpool, Leicester. Sorry.
See, that's another hard one. That's another hard one.
So Arsenal, Sunderland, Brentford, Chelsea, Liverpool, Leicester, and Tottenham, West Ham. The thing for you is you play on the Tuesday night. So you're the only game on that night. So you'll know you can sort of sit back and relax if you win. But we've had you in the semi-final before, haven't we? We spanked you.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I think Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, Tottenham. They're the four.
Yeah. So you don't have any fear going into that West Ham game because they are looking
why?
good.
Listen, can I talk about West Ham? I'm allowed to talk about West Ham.
Yeah.
Let's have a chat about West Ham. And if any West Ham fans are listening, I'm quite happy to leave a comment because let's get this right. Okay. I couldn't care less how many times West Ham fans tell me how great they are, how better than Tottenham they are, and how better than anyone else they are, because this will not last. It never lasts. It never has lasted. David Moyes is their manager. And it's the same manager they sacked a couple of years ago and got him back in. The same David Moyes that nearly relegated them. Let's not get carried away here. Yes, they've got Declan Rice. That's it. Antonio, big lump.
I like to say this, right? I kind of disagree with you in a way there because Moyes has done a good job at West Ham. Coming back to West Ham, he has done a good job. There's no defying that. If you were to get Pochettino back, would you not have the same scenario and they'd just go, oh, well, you did nothing?
Pochettino didn't fail at Tottenham. We had some very good years under Pochettino. Moyes didn't.
Yeah.
But let's get this right. They've got an absolute caravan of a football stadium. It's awful.
Yeah.
The atmosphere in there is just not good. All right, they've got 23 points. They're sitting third. I tell you, come May, and again, you can write this down, Arsenal and Tottenham will be above them.
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, yeah, like I say, it's early days.
Not only that, on a serious note, they've got Thursday night football as well. They've not had that in years. It's Thursday, Sunday.
Yeah.
That's going to get to them. They don't have a big enough squad, I don't think, to cope. Declan Rice and Antonio get injured.
I suppose we have to talk about this again in January because if they go out and they do spend money, then fair play, carry on, and they get a backup for these players.
I've heard people saying they're going to do a Leicester and win the league. I mean, if anyone is saying that,
you and your Leicester grudge.
It's not even that. I mean, Leicester. Let's be honest. Leicester when they won the league in the November time, they looked like a good side. They looked like they were going to win it. West Ham, I don't. What? All right, they beat Liverpool 3-2. They were very lucky to hold on in the end. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying into this West Ham.
You're really not buying it, though.
No, they drew 3-0 with us last season, right? When we were 3-0 up. We had Lanzini scores, and they put a DVD out and they put them onto mugs, and we drew our cup final with Tottenham. Pack it in. Seriously. When was the last time they won a trophy? Nobody ever says it to them, do they? Nobody ever mentions to West Ham that was the last time they won a trophy.
Yeah.
It's all about Tottenham all the time. Blah, blah, blah. You know, West Ham really, I think I'll finish 6th, 7th.
That's still good
7th.
for West Ham, though. Do you not think?
Well, this is what I'm right, just hear what you just said, though. That is still good for West Ham.
That is, no.
So what does that tell you?
It is still good
If
for West Ham.
So if Arsenal finish 7th, you ought to say, well, that's good for Arsenal. That's poor.
That's
Tottenham
poor.
finished 7th.
No.
Man United finished 7th. You go, well, that's poor.
With the calibre that Arsenal have, we shouldn't be finishing where we have the last couple of seasons.
West Ham, West Ham, well, I'm not buying into it.
But
if they're still third, if they're top 4 in May, then I'll come on here and I'll put my hands up and I'll say, do you know what? They're a great side, but they're not going to be top 4 in May, and I know they're not going to be top 4 in May. And any football fan, other than a West Ham fan, will tell you that it's not going to happen. It can't happen, and it won't happen.
So they've had right 7 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. We've only had 2 losses.
Brilliant, fantastic, right? What? Okay. So what's their next run of fixtures?
Right. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
I'd like to see their next run of fixtures.
So they've got their next game, Wolves.
Okay.
Right.
Let's say I'm going to give them the win there. 3 points. Go on.
Yeah. Next game after that, Manchester City.
0 points. Keep going.
I think they'll do well. They just showed that they can beat some big teams in this league.
Keep going.
A draw. I'm going to go for a draw on that one.
Brilliant.
I reckon they'll get a point out of that. I really do.
I mean, they won't.
So I had a bet with Donut, right? This guy that I work with, and every weekend, it's only a little $5 bet. Do you know what I mean? So the time before, he went, "I'll have Leicester. You can have Arsenal. Draw void. Brilliant. Okay, beat them." I said, "I'll tell you what. Just get your $5 back." I said, "I'll have West Ham. You can have Liverpool." He bit my hand off for it. But I said to him, I said to him, "Do not pass it by West Ham at the moment. Do not pass it." It was an own goal. I don't even know if it was a goal because he got sandwiched. Do you know what I mean? Like in between.
100% it was a foul.
Yeah.
But,
do you know what I mean? And when they went 3-1 up,
easy fiver.
I mean, it was easy fiver. But everyone would doubt West Ham for that game.
And who they got after Man City?
Right. So after Man City, they've got Brighton.
Point. Keep going.
You're not being biased here, are you?
No, I'm being honest. I gave them 3 points against Wolves, to be fair.
Yeah.
So that's 4 from 3 games, right?
Chelsea's a tough one.
Is that who they got after that?
Yeah.
0 points. Next one.
I would go with that as well. I'd say there's a loss there.
So in the next 5 games, Burnley.
Then they've got Burnley.
They'll lose that. And
then they've got us. What's with the long pause here, mate?
I think I'm busy that day. I'm out shopping that day. Draw. So let's say the next 6 games.
You went with a draw.
They're going to get a draw. They're going to get 5 points from the next 6 games.
Is that when that draw happens? Is that Tottenham's going to leapfrog both of us?
We'll be above you. We'll be. Listen. To be honest with you, I this is true. I couldn't care less about West Ham. Yeah. I don't care if they win, lose, draw. I don't care. What I do care about is that in my ear every 5 minutes about how wonderful they are. They're not. At the end of May, if they're in the Champions League places and Tottenham are not, do you know what? I'll come on here and I'll eat. I'll put a bit of humble pie here. And
I tell you what you should do.
Right.
In May, if they're higher than you in the league, I want you to go out to your news agents or wherever, get a little pot of bubbles, right? I don't want you to start blowing them on the screen.
Right, that's fine. I'll do that. They won't finish above Tottenham. They won't. You think about it for a minute on a serious note, right? Without the rivalry, they really haven't got enough depth for me. You know, one big injury, you know, or a sending off, 3-game ban. They've got Europe as well. They're in the knockout stages of that. They've got one eye on that. It's impossible for a team of that size, because they're that size. They're not going to cope.
Yeah.
They're not going to cope. So yeah, that's I don't. Yeah,
they need to sort the stadium out as well. They need to bring the
awful. Absolutely awful.
Yeah, I've heard they're giving out. You know, do you remember in the old days when in theatres they'd have the little specs so you could see the
spyglass.
They're giving them out with the programs.
I've been to the Olympic Stadium. I've been in the Tottenham end, and it's so far away. Not just the away end, but if you're in the home section.
What's the atmosphere like? Is there as well? Is it because obviously
it's a bit. If it's not going their way, it's not very nice. It's not as loud as you think it is. I mean, same with Anfield, right? You go to this myth about Anfield. God, I've got so much to say today, right? So you go to Anfield, you never walk alone. It's overpowering. You think, bloody hell, wow, this is great. As soon as kickoff comes, it's nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
So it's all a myth. You know what I mean? But Everton's atmosphere today was a good atmosphere. That's a proper atmosphere at a football ground.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Can I just talk about Arsenal versus Watford, please, for a second?
Yes.
Is that all right?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah. I feel like you need to get something off your chest here.
Yeah, I do. I just want to talk about your goal yesterday.
Okay. Well, which one? The one that was offside?
Not worried about that. I'm talking about the goal that counted.
Right. Yeah.
So the one that Smith Rowe scored. Now, first of all, Danny Rose. Danny Rose. He's right. Listen, he's still Tottenham, isn't he? He's still in his blood. It was a stupid penalty to give away, ridiculous. But he's Tottenham. It will be right. That's the first thing. Now,
before you start, can I just say there was a lot of rolling around on the floor in this game. Watford were on the floor every 2 minutes, rolling around. And
all right, that's fine. That's football, right? Ronaldo does it every week, right?
So it's not football though, is it? It's just time wasting.
No, okay, but you've got this gamesmanship. So the Watford player goes down.
Yeah.
Right? Danny Rose, quite rightly, puts the ball out of play.
Yeah.
Because his teammate is down.
Oh, you're talking about this.
Just hang on, let me just finish it. Right, so the ball goes out of play. The Watford player tries to get up. Danny Rose says, stay down because I've kicked the ball out.
Yeah.
Get your treatment.
Yeah.
At this time, it's 0-0. Correct thing to do. Danny Rose has done the right thing.
Yeah.
Stay down, mate. Right. You're going to get a physio on. Kill a bit of time. Blah, blah, blah.
Right, okay.
Which is great. Player gets up. Lacazette throws it straight to whoever it is, crosses the ball.
Yeah.
Within 10 seconds, the ball's in the back of the net.
Yeah.
Now, it's not the first time Arsenal have done this in their history.
Yeah.
Now, Arteta said it's very naive of Arsenal players, but they wouldn't have done it on purpose. Well, I'm sorry. Lacazette knew what he was doing when he threw that ball.
Yeah.
So Ranieri's right. I think that goal shouldn't have stood because you've cheated.
But then I think the first goal, which was offside, wasn't offside.
But it was because the keeper's the last man. The keeper's the last man. The defender that's behind the keeper doesn't count.
No, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So he's offside. He's 100% offside.
Yeah. But it's
right.
Oh God, how can I put this? So you're saying about okay, so Lacazette's thrown the ball and right? Yeah. But then it's just exactly the same as Danny Rose telling him to stay on the floor when there's nothing wrong with him. No, because so Danny Rose kicked the ball out. The reason he's kicked the ball out is to get his teammate treatment. Yeah, but he gets up anyway. There's nothing wrong with him.
Well, no, hold on. But Danny Rose says stay down because you might as well take the treatment and kill a bit of time, which is correct.
Yeah.
It's like when your team's 1-0 up and somebody brings down a play, you get a yellow card for it.
Yeah.
It's a tactical foul. You get a yellow card.
Yeah.
So stay down.
Yeah.
But now, what we'll say is Watford really should have been a bit more switched on, or they should have made more of it.
I mean, there's been times with this. It's exactly the same kind of thing with corners and that. Yeah. Yeah. We've seen it before. Liverpool have done it. They've taken a very quick corner, bang, straight in. No one's even expected it. There's players still walking to the box by the time it's happening.
But that's different. I'm not talking about taking a quick throw. The ball should have gone back to Watford. Lacazette should have thrown the ball back.
Well, that's just sportsmanship, isn't it?
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
So it's an unwritten rule, but
yeah.
So Danny Rose kicks it out to get a player treatment. So literally, Watford were in possession while the player was down injured.
This does happen a lot, though. It's not just. It It happens a
No,
lot.
it doesn't happen. No, it doesn't.
When there's players down, and everyone always goes to call for the ball to be kicked out, always.
Yeah.
But if the ref isn't like even play on, like, do you know what I mean?
But the debate I'm trying to make is not the fact that the ball's going out. I'm talking about the ball coming back in.
Right.
So Lacazette should have gone, well, hang on a minute. Danny Rose had the ball last. I've got to throw it back to the keeper. But no, he took the throw and he scored. Not only that, prior to that goal going in, there was a foul on their player as well, right to the build-up of it.
Yeah.
Clear foul, not given. So I can understand Ranieri. I really can.
But that's the officials as well, though. Yeah, if there was a clear foul, then the game should have been stopped.
I agree. But there's no written rule to say you have to give the ball back.
No.
But it's sportsmanship.
Yeah.
You did it against Sheffield United many, many years ago. You scored from it. You won the game. The game was replayed. Arsene Wenger said replay it, and you won the replay.
I understand where you're coming from. I totally get that. But at the same time, if this was in your team's eyes, a win's a win. And I mean, you need them 3 points.
I mean, there's winning fairly.
Yeah. I know.
You know,
if it happened to Tottenham, would you have not argued about it, though?
Look, okay, let's get this right. You, as a football fan, if it goes for your team, you take it. Of course you do.
Yeah.
But let's look at it realistically. I'll be a bit like, hang on a minute. I mean, if Ndombele did that, I'll be like, well, hang on a minute. You've got to give the ball back.
Yeah. I understand that. I understand that. Yeah. It's fair play.
It's got to go back. Yeah. And you know, but yeah, there's a lot. I mean, you've got a few Arsenal people on here. Ask them what they think about it, because I just think, you know,
it's fair play. Basically, that's what we're talking about. It should be, which is. But at the same time, was that a frustration from Arsenal because then Watford was spent most of the time on the floor that whole game? Do you know what I mean? For no apparent reason at all. But
that's fine. But as Arsenal players, you've got to be a bit more clever. You've got to go, do you know what? Well, they're going to go down. I'm going to go down. Yeah. You know, and that's how it is.
But with Arsenal as well, we get the same old thing anyway. The same old Arsenal was cheating every time we go down. It's just, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, you got the penalty which you missed. That was, I mean, you got that. So you had your decisions go your way.
Yeah, we did.
The red card at the end, which was correct. So, just for me, if
it was a bit sneaky. It was a sneaky move.
Yeah, yeah. If Lacazette throws the ball back to Watford, that game finishes 0-0.
0-0. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah. Huge difference. Huge difference.
To be fair, I would have been happy with a draw anyway, because we would still went above United. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, you're progressing. You're progressing nice. But, you know, like I say, it's still a long way to go yet.
Yeah, it's early days. It's like I was speaking to Leeds supporters. Do you know what I mean? I was like, you're 15th now. So it's not like you're being relegated.
And I'll say this again. I said at the start, and maybe I know Nick will listen to this as well, big Leeds fan, and some other Leeds fans that are quite delusional. Not Nick, he's all right.
Yeah, you know, he's gonna get some comment then, like comment on.
No, the other delusional ones that just appeal on my timeline. Until if Bielsa remains at that club, then Leeds are on the brink of going down, because he just doesn't change the way he plays. And second, I've had this conversation. He doesn't talk English. He must know how to talk English now. He's been with that club 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, at least Unai Emery learned how to say good evening. That wasn't very good.
Well, there you go. I mean, do you know what I mean? Claudio Ranieri can barely speak English, but he tries.
Yeah.
Conte, not great English, but he tries.
Yeah.
Pochettino, when he was at Southampton, couldn't speak a word of English, and he learned.
Yeah.
Where's Bielsa sitting there with his 1960s tracksuit on, and his coffee in a plastic cup, and just repeating the same nonsense every week? They're not winning games. They're not winning games of football.
With his
Nick would
sidekick.
Nick would agree with me with it. I'm telling you, if they're not winning games until he goes, they're in trouble.
Well, if there's any Leeds fans listening to this, you need to comment below your thoughts on that.
Please do. I'm waiting for it.
Very, very quickly, we're going to wrap this up.
Yeah.
Trophy for Spurs then this season?
You ask me this every time.
I do ask you this every time. I do, mate. But
no
now
idea.
I have to keep asking you because you change your manager so much. I have to
okay, this is true. I'll take any trophy this year. If we don't win one this year, we have to have to win one next season when it's his team.
Conference League,
sure.
maybe. Do you reckon that could be a...
I'll take that. Yeah, it's a trophy. I don't care if we get slagged off for it. We'll win it. Most teams would like to win it.
You winning the Carabao Cup and the Conference League, that's 2 trophies there. That's just a start, isn't it?
We've not had a good FA Cup run in years. We've got to lots of semi-finals. We never got over the line. I'd love to get to an FA Cup final. That'd be nice. Last one was 91.
Yeah.
Long time ago.
Well, we can't keep winning it all the time, can we? I mean...
No, this is it. No, this is true. We can't keep winning it. And West Ham are not going to win it. So,
you had to bring in West Ham again, didn't you?
Yeah, West Ham are not going to win it. You know what's going to happen? West Ham win the league. It'll be West Ham Leeds FA Cup final.
Yeah.
Jose Mourinho's Roma will win the Conference League.
Yeah.
And Conte will probably be sacked by March. And we'll get Ralph, my favourite, Hassan Hutel from Southampton. No, but we'll see what happens. But no,
so you think you'd be happy with just maybe one of the smaller cups, if that, and then six, top six, yeah,
top 6, and an FA Cup's fine, Conference League run. So no, it's not easy to win that Conference League either. Don't be fooled, because the Europa League teams are going to drop in.
That's
so
crazy,
it's not going to be easy.
That's just even more. The drop down thing's so stupid. I don't like it. I really don't like. When you get the Champions League teams coming down, so you can end up like facing Atletico, or do you know what I mean? And they're going to be on like a good form because they've just been kicked out of the league they want to be in. So they're like, all right, let's do this now. Do you know what I mean? It's
okay. Yeah,
and it's been times where even Atletico have dropped down from Champions League and they've won the Europa League. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. So Sevilla are good at that.
Yeah, it annoys me a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like,
but yes, it though. But you got to beat the best to win these. They're not easy to win these tournaments. No, they're not easy. Because I look at the teams in there; they're not easy. You've got to be consistent.
Yeah.
But we'll see. Now, I'll take anything right now. But if we don't win nothing this year, we've got to win something the following season.
Well, Johnny, thank you for coming back on the channel. It's been a long time coming, and we should keep this going now for maybe the next couple of months, because I'm not working at the moment, so because it's quiet again.
Anytime. Is that will Nick be on anytime soon? Can we have
I would like to have you and Nick on together. Maybe if the Tottenham Leeds before the Tottenham Leeds game.
Anytime. And you're Arsenal from the other channel. What's the other channel that your Arsenal friends on?
All out, all guns. No. All out
football.
All out football. He's on, yeah. All out football, yeah.
Would he be back on again anytime soon?
He actually wanted to come on and do a bit with you at some point.
I would love to, because we've got to get a delusion out of his head, and show him. No, I'd love to. Yeah, anyone you want, really. I'm up for it. Yeah, Man United, Leeds, Liverpool. I don't care. I'll talk to them all.
No
West Ham. Got any West Ham? Got any West Ham? I'll happily have a chat with them.
Oh, well, I'll try and get something arranged there, Johnny. All right, okay. All right, Johnny, thank you for coming on. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, which is just below me. And also get them likes up. Let's try and get some likes up, because we don't get many likes in this channel. But I know, Johnny, you're going to start sharing these videos and that. Get them out to your mates and that. And also, you can find us on Facebook as well, on our private group. It's a private group. Only members are allowed on that group to put what they want on there. And we're nearly at 700 on there at the moment, so that's looking good. Yeah, it's really good. Yeah. So thanks, Johnny, and I'll catch you very soon. All right, mate.
Anytime.
Good luck.
Always. Thank you. Bye.
One Way Football.